Okay, so the first thing I want to do is address the rhythm part with the bends on Bugle Call version 2. Alright, so you finished up all the harmonics and you're on the bends, which end up being the second, third, and fourth beat of the last measure of the first line. You end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then when you go to the next line, it still keeps going with 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes, but we have the open note on the high G string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. I just messed that up. But the idea is you should keep the quarter notes going. So here's what I'm going to count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, so it still sounds like quarter notes the whole time. Don't speed up going into the second line. It'll mess you up a little bit. Okay, hopefully that answers that question. The next thing we're doing is we're looking at version 4. I'd like to pick up, I want to work on a couple of transitions. So the first thing we're going to do is the end of line 1, we have the chord we're doing. And I'd like, even though I'm going to try and do it the way you need to do it with taking this ring finger off, practicing it, but the first one will be 1, 2, and then when you move up, you just won't take your ring finger with you. Like that. Whatever that is. All right, I'll do it again, but I'm going to keep mine down. So when you're practicing it, you're going to have to practice taking him off because it's a little bit weird to get used to. I want to include the beginning of the next line. So I'm going to start up here all the way on this 9, 7, 8, and we're going to go from the pinch on 4, and then go 1, 2, like that. So 4, 1, 2. Right? 4, 1, 2. And once you get the hang of that, do the same thing you just did, but finish that measure up. 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and... Once that feels good, add the whole walk up. So then you'll go... messed up a little bit, but you get the idea. Practice those 4 measures in a row, okay? Once that feels good, then we're going to work on something a little different. Let's see. Let's go on to, 1, 2, third line, last measure. 0, 6, 8, 0, 8, 6, 0. Okay, so your pinky's on the 8th fret, first finger's on 6 of the 2nd string. The measure sounds like this. I want you to keep that first finger down. That's going to be the way you get to the next measure, okay? One more time. Pinky's on 8, first finger's on 6. Then you have a quarter note, open, G, and then you're going to do 8 and 5. Okay? Practice going from that measure into that first 8-5 pinch, okay? Once that feels good, add the rest of that measure and the one after it. Okay, remember you gotta take the pinky off there. The next thing you're gonna do is you're hammering on from 2 to 3 on the 3rd string. This note is A, this note is B flat, but you're also gonna hit the high D string. Okay? So that hammer-on happens at the same time you're hitting the next note. Hear those notes ringing? Okay. The phrase ends up being the first note, the hammer-on, and then the high G after it. And then you end up doing it 4 times. Okay? So get the hang of that hammer-on and hitting that high G, and then start putting 4 of them together, and that's not that bad. Last thing, the next 2 measures are all, there's nothing crazy about those. Make sure that hammer-on happens the same way. So this is the first measure of the next to last line, where you're going to go open D, hammer-on, make sure you're hitting this 3rd fret at the same time you're hitting the high D. So one more time. these two hammer-ons are the same, right? No big deal. The last measure here underneath the G, so it's measure 15, the third measure of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th line. We need to make sure we pull off this 2nd fret. Those two Ds need to ring together. So you play that note, and when you pull it off, you hit the high D at the same time. So that measure sounds like this. Okay, so just making sure that the hammer-ons and the pull-offs happen at the exact same time. The last little bit is your harmonics. It's kind of rough. The 7th and 5th fret are hard to hear over the video sometimes. Just make sure you're getting right on it. Like that. Okay, I think that'll do it. If you have any questions, let me know. But you did pretty good just by reading through it yourself, so I'm pretty excited. I will see you next time.